that being said, we do have a special guest. As you see the title here, it says, here's the right way to make money with NFTs. We're going to find out if that is going to be the case here in just a second. I put out a poll before we went live that says, how much do you know about NFTs? Literally nobody put everything, which I appreciate. We don't have some cocky motherfuckers in here, so that's good. 6% of you said they're only for picks, and 94% of you said jack shit. You guys know jack shit about NFTs, so that makes it for the perfect episode today. And for our special guest, Dr. J in the house, friend of Tam's. What's going on, my man?
Doc, how you doing?
What's up? How's it going? Everybody got me? Can you hear me clear now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Good to see you guys. Interesting discussion. $10.5 million in a wallet. What do you do? China being China, fudding, communisting, whatever they do. And then this last thing with Michael Saylor. I mean, you just said it, Brad. You said, engagement's engagement. So guess what he's getting right now? Engagement. He's also being legitimized. If you think about it, if they're coming after you, they're legitimizing you as a whether you want to call it a Robin Hood, a threat, a Batman, you name it. They came after Batman. What was Batman trying to do? He's trying to lead the city to a better state. So I think you can see all the analogies in there, and I think he comes out stronger. But like with everything, I think Tamp said it, Messiah. Jesus was a Messiah. He went to the cross, he come back, and he brought the world with him. So anyways, however it goes down, whether Michael Saylor emerges as Batman or he falls, it's probably going to have a beneficial effect for the whole space in general. But anyways, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, who the hell are you, man? I mean, who is this guy?
I'm Tamp's best friend. No, actually, just a little bit in my bio. How did I get into crypto? Well, I didn't intend to. I really didn't want to. I had a grad student. I'm a university professor. My background is in physiology and statistics. No interest in crypto as of 2020, and then all of a sudden, here comes a conversation with my grad student. Please sign me up. Please sign up. I'll get some free Bitcoin. I felt sorry for her. I did it. And then next thing I know, I start looking at charts and all the numbers are moving everywhere. And it's 24 hours a day. And it's like dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. And next thing I know, I have this very kind of out of the blue conversation with my brother-in-law who's dabbling in crypto at the time, and ends up being a conversation that gets sent to Tamp. She sends me back a master's thesis on the crypto space and, early dissertation work on the crypto space. And I'm just blown away. Think he's been holding out on me. And I find out that one of my, longtime friends, Tamp, has been in crypto for a while. And I just began to just sit at her feet and say, teach me, because I'm hooked. So that's where we are.
This one was free.
But Tamp put me to work. Tamp put me to work. She got me interested, got me into the right, a good group of people, from around the world, different perspectives, different strategies, and said, start researching. She comes back after 2 weeks hanging in Mexico. And I'm writing my dissertation on crypto because that's what we do. So I love the education research side. Yeah.
Bitch, I got quarantined. I was quarantined in Mexico. I got the COVID
there could be worse places.
But Jay, this is exactly why you came to visit. Also, in the past, for our community to know, you came to Medify because your dissertation and what your research is, and you're a professor. We want to engage you in that way where we can build and educate the entire community globally. So that's what excited me about you when I first met you. And now knowing the entire background is amazing.
Go ahead. Sorry. So just on that topic of what you've been getting yourself into. So it's right now, NFTs kind of feels like the internet when it first came about, and people make that analogy with Bitcoin, but I think it's even more so with NFTs. I think that when we start questioning, what the hell NFTs are, we're going to look back 20, 30 years from now and be like, remember when we said we had no idea what that was? That whole video with Good Morning America, Brian Gumble and stuff talking about the internet. That's kind of like where we're at right now.
And Bill Gates trying to explain it.
Yeah.
And he couldn't pull it off in a clean way.
Exactly. So I think that's where we're at. And that's kind of why we brought you on today. So where are you at with NFTs? What are they, just for our audience? And how have you been able to turn this into another source of income for yourself?
Well, I didn't, kind of like crypto to start with. I didn't want to get involved with NFTs. I was pretty happy with DeFi and with the layer ones and with kind of Bitcoin and Ethereum and doing my work there. And, but that's why it's great to be around a group of people who are, outside the box thinkers. And Tamp and I talked about this on end, and we resisted. And then when you start to think about what an NFT is, a non fungible token, something that can't be divided, you can take ownership in it. The Mona Lisa is the one that Tamp, I think, first threw to me. I threw to her. You can't cut the Mona Lisa up into a bunch of pieces and it retain its value. One person at a time can own it. You can put that into a smart contract, with the technology that we have now, and you can own a certificate that shows you an NFT of the Mona Lisa that gives you privileges. So you can have privileges awarded to you. You can show ownership. It's the new ticket. It's the new thing going forward. Instead of having my, my car's title, I may have in the future a digital NFT that shows ownership of my Mercedes or my Jeep. And that includes me immediately into clubs that when if there's a Jeep club in North Carolina where I live, I can go down to the local dealer, and because I have owned a Jeep previously, maybe that entitles me to a better bargaining or a better rate or a better opportunity with that Jeep. So it can provide membership, it can provide exclusivity, and a lot of people love exclusivity. Right now, that's one of the things that drew me to this Lions Not Sheep NFT for other reasons that I'll go into, but you're in a group of people that share similar values, and the only way to get into some of their events that people really want to go to, whether as someone attending because they believe kind of in the path that Lions Not Sheep is following, or they're a vendor who just wants to capitalize on that group of people who are share those values, then the only way into some of these events is if you hold one of these Lions Not Sheep NFTs that are all digital representations of the values of the company. These are constitutional first people. These are, America, very proud Americans. It is perfectly okay to be proud wherever you're from. But in America, that's something that, we really, a lot of people are passionate about. My father was a veteran. So there's a lot of reasons why I got involved with Lions Not Sheep. But NFTs as a whole, it's because of the expansiveness of what they can be. Your medical records could become and be put into an NFT where you can hold those and carry those wherever you go. I just moved. So now I'm in the process of moving medical records. And even though they're somewhat digitized, the amount of security that you can gain over your personal information when it's interacting with a smart contract and with the blockchain, is far superior to what most people have just in their standard security measures. So I think there's the exclusivity, there's the ownership, and then there's this portability with high level of security that makes me really interested in what NFTs can be. And we haven't even touched the game side of things.
Yeah.
Yes. And on
that,
there's Jay. Oh, sorry, Tam. But very briefly on the medical records, just so the layperson first encountering NFTs, your medical records would be encrypted into a hash that only you have the keys to open. That's what that portability means. Even though it's living in the blockchain on a public ledger, only you have the keys to decrypt it so the doctor can. So you would come in and kind of like turn the key to let the doctor see those records. They are your records. So that's the mechanism of NFT, non fungible token. It's a whole record. So it's also like copyright. It's your certificate of copyright of ownership of certain things. So guys, we haven't seen the surface.
Crazy.
Sorry, Tam.
Yeah, the future of NFTs, I think we all get ideas of that, but I heard you say lions not sheep a couple times, and if I remember right, they're an apparel company, right, and kind of a group of like-minded people that I guess show that they're a group through the use of apparel. So why would you buy an NFT through them? And since you have, and tell us that story, what has come of this?
Well, you know, when the pandemic started and a lot of things were going on in the country, thank you for bringing that up. You know, just started in social media. I found, you know, you're looking for different voices. People give you encouragement, and the CEO, the founder of Lions Not Sheep, a man named Sean Whalen. He had been in the UFC at different points. He's been an entrepreneur. And, you know, he was just putting out some things about, you know, values that I shared, and it really drew me to that. So it just started literally as me being interested in representing people who, you know, represent my values. This company, Bryson City Outdoors, is another company. I believe in getting outside. So I try to demonstrate support for people that I believe in. I got connected with Sean just through social media. He has a coaching group. I got involved with his coaching group, the Lions Den, and, you know, really just wanted to kind of level up my life in other areas. We were doing so many things in the crypto space. I really needed encouragement. So, but the thing with the reason that they dove into the NFT space, just in a nutshell, was they really wanted people that share these values, you know, conservative values, America First values, you know, God, belief in God values, that we would have a voice in this NFT space. Just like the internet was very open. Lots of ideas could be expressed. Lots of people could enter that space when it was the wild, wild west of the internet. And now we're in the NFT age, in the, you know, the Web3 space, and we want a voice in that. So, you know, and I'm open for everybody to have a voice in it, but that was really what drew me to this project. And that was really the reason they launched it. It wasn't a money grab. It was more of we want to make a statement. We can see that this is coming, and we want to help bring all these values into that space. That's why they've you don't have to hold crypto. You can actually buy these NFTs with a debit or credit card, which is kind of a unique thing.
So you bought NFTs to print them on shirts? So
no.
What does this NFT do for you?
Right. This NFT is, first and foremost, is a ticket into the Free Men's World Fair. The Free Men's World Fair will be basically a music show, auto show, a collection of people from around the world, around the country, vendors, gun show. If you put everything together that a lot of people in America like to participate in, and put it all in one place where people can come and express themselves and their freedom. The apparel company started first. It just started with Sean putting Lions Not Sheep on a shirt. Next thing you know, he had people asking him, can I get one of those? And that turned into 200,000 orders in a multi-million-dollar company. Jesus. The company, which I think is unheard of.
Yeah.
Which I think is unheard of.
Yes.
Is a brand. Go ahead.
No, that's it. You just
agreeing.
Yeah. Go. Sorry.
Is a brand saying, we have a group of people who share similar values. We want to take all of those people into a space that they may not find for 5 or maybe 10 years. But at that point, they're going to be kind of behind this NFT, Web3 crypto space. So really, in my mind, a big part of their jump into the digital space was to bring their members. They were doing it altruistically to help bring people like, you know, I mean, we're already in that space, but I can't tell you, over the months before the launch of this, they have a referral mechanism. I was literally helping explain to people what money was. They didn't even realize what fiat was, like when we use the term fiat. So I was doing a lot of education for people just on how to set up even a crypto account. What is a crypto wallet? What is a hot wallet versus a cold wallet? You know, so we got to do a ton of education, which I think is the most valuable thing right now. There's probably 3,000 people in this group that now have a footprint in the digital space that otherwise would have never had that. So I think that's really exciting for me.
That education, Jay, it's so lacking in American schools and homes. I mean, it is, I think, one of the chains that we have to break as a community. is that education. Because of the work you did, now there's so much engagement, and it shows how hungry the world is. I mean, it's not just here in the States, all over the world. You see that hunger of taking control of your own value. And that's what crypto and NFT, this whole movement is about.
Right. And if I remember right, Lions Not Sheep, the group, the community that you mainly talk about is in Discord, right?
They do have a Discord channel. Yeah, the Lions Not Sheep NFT.
You know, and that's something that we at Metafy, we understand that. We are building too. You know, Jay, you got into it for a group that you're comfortable with and you identify with, which is outstanding. But that also sets the precedent that any group of people that are like-minded and want to come together can get together for whatever reasons you like, but where crypto fits into that. And this is something that Metafy is doing as well, that people who understand that crypto is the future, but how can I get into it? Come to our Discord, right? Dr. J is in that Discord, and he's done a lot of educating for his own Discord communities, but you can ask him questions in our Discord, be it about NFTs specifically, beginning crypto, anything. You can ask all of the Metafy team anything you want, right? And we can bring this together with Metafy in a lot of similar ways that Lions Not Sheep has already executed. So
what for sure.
I just want to reiterate that. Go ahead, Greg.
I was just going to add on to that the education piece and growing the community is the core foundation block of Metafy. That is our entire purpose, because we cannot help enable prosperity for all without providing the education and everything needed to go behind that. So it's amazing what you've been able to do so far on the Lions Not Sheep stuff and everything else that's going on. And I can tell you, we definitely look forward to working with you during this journey.
Absolutely. And I just want to say, you know, those of you who are out there listening right now, you know, just as somebody who was immediately invited on campus, Jaime and the guys welcomed me in, Tamp gave me a tour. They really are dedicated, not just to the education or to, you know, getting people in the crypto space. They're also interested in showing people how the crypto space can interact in their own businesses, in their communities, to improve the well-being and the lifestyles of individuals. There's so many opportunities for this. And I think that's why Metafy, Lions Not Sheep, anybody else who's operating this space, especially, you know, can form these partnerships and actually bring a whole new wave of individuals who wouldn't maybe have access to this way ahead of the curve. You know, we talk about early adoption versus kind of the middle of the pack versus late adoption. We're really, in some ways, capable of shifting that curve a little bit more to the early adoption, which is going to help people in the long run. I mean, you think about the person who's going to have to interact. It's the same thing as when we moved from a cash system to a check and credit card system. A lot of people had only ever operated in cash, and now they're having to try to understand digital payments and contactless payments, and the frustration and the stress. So I think, you know, being an educational, you know, entity, as well as a, you know, an innovative entity like Metafy and Lions Not Sheep, I think we're really doing something great for the space that's very altruistic.
Great service. Yeah, great service.
It really is. And it's decentralized if you think about it. Each exactly. One of these organizations, like Lions and Sheep, Not Sheep, Metafy, all of these organizations are in a decentralized fashion focused on helping the entire crypto community and the ones that aren't in crypto. Peter even spoke to us as a group in terms of where we're headed and why our focus is on the green beans coming in. Right now, like everything is stock market or finance, a lot of interest is lost, but this is the time that should be focused on finance, trading, Bitcoin, crypto. So Absolutely. Our focus is going to be building the material for, and of course, like it happens, which shouldn't happen, but it does. People are not going to be interested again in Bitcoin or finance or fiat or this type of knowledge until the next bull run. Meaning they're going to miss this bottom that we're about to see. So it's so important to everyone get engaged. We're going to post, we already posted on the chat, our link to Discord, or you go to our website, themetafy.co, and you can see the link, but we will also drop Lions Not Sheep Discord link into our chat and also the the description of the video for future reference.
Sure.
Sounds
And
good.
yeah, before we run out of time, Jay, I really want you to explain. So you bought, after finding a community that you engage with and you like, they came out with an NFT that, like you said, gave you access, gives you mainly the access to the big event you guys are going to have. But you generate right now some passive income off of these NFTs. You know, how many did you buy, and how are you making money right now just holding these NFTs from an apparel company that is going to get you into a in real life event in the future?
Right. Well, one of the things that they, you know, when they did is they joined up with some other groups who had had successful launches and had successful kind of reward mechanisms. They really wanted this to be something that when people jumped in, they benefited financially as well as, you know, lifestyle and things along those lines. So one of the features, you know, and it did drive me to do a lot of education, was a referral mechanism. So I actually receive out of a pool, a 40% pool, I receive for everyone who used my referral code when they were going to purchase their NFTs and getting verified for the whitelist that we had. I get a piece of a reflection pool for everyone who signed up, and it's at 3 tiers. So at the first tier level, it's 40% of whatever reflection those individuals get. I get a piece of that. And then at the next level, at the second level, I get 15%. And then at the third level, I get 10%. So 3 levels down, the company is making a commitment to people who want to, you know, help other people get into this space. And I really,
I'm going to pause you right there just real quick, because I want to make sure that our audience understands this.
Yep.
You found a group that you identify with. You supported that group by buying an NFT, which, as you called it, is a ticket for an in real life event later. And now, because you're coaching people up and talking to people on Discord, educating them about cryptocurrency, you're not getting paid dollars. You then say, hey, if you want to say thank you to me for teaching you about crypto and introducing you into this space, then just simply use my referral code when you also go down your own journey of buying NFT and supporting the groups that you are associated with.
Right. I'm handing off value and receiving value in something that I want value in, which is to, you know, an appreciable asset. You know, in my
so it's
mind,
not scammy at all. It's
No,
a transaction. So
it's
amazing. Go ahead. I just wanted to make that clear, but go ahead.
No, it's wonderful. And, you know, and people know that you're going to win if they win. And so everybody's excited about winning together, you know, and everybody. Yeah.
How many NFTs did you buy, and how many referrals do you have? And if you don't mind being candid with the numbers, because I know a lot of the audience today is trying to figure out how to do exactly what you're doing.
And they're entrepreneurs online.
I think I mean, I think the big question is just, you know, show me the money. How much?
So
how much are we making off this shit?
Right. So talk to us.
Right. Well, I was fortunate enough to have, you know, other crypto that I felt pretty good about. I traded that in and bought 4 of the NFTs right off the bat and got involved. And that was what I had budgeted for my NFT. And I gave all of it, you know, everybody has to compete for my money, you know, and so this project was hands down the one that got me the most excited, even if I wasn't a member of, and there was a lot of people who bought this NFT who have no association with Lions Not Sheep. They just found out about the project because of some similar projects that the company worked with and said that value proposition sounds awesome to me. They moved some, you know, ETH into the pile, walked away their NFTs and started collecting. So I can be candid. I bought 4. I have 76 NFTs in reflections or referrals underneath me. So I have a lot of drivers of income, and all of those people have people under them, because one of the things that I did when I did have people sign up, or people signed up, you know, in respect for me helping them, as I said, now take your referral code and give that to anyone you help. Go out and do the same thing that I did with you, because you've got the blueprint now. You've got the steps. You know how to do this. Share that with someone else. Become an expert.
How is this not a pyramid scheme? It sounds like a pyramid scheme. I mean, we already said it's not a scam, obviously, because you're giving information to people, you're educating people, and in return, they say thank you. They'll buy their own NFTs under you. But now it sounds like a pyramid scheme. So how is it not pyramid?
Because the value is on what you get access to and the reoccurring payments that you can generate. The biggest thing to me, if there was none of this other stuff, if there was no reflections, if there was no referral, if there was no profit sharing by the company, I would still want these NFTs because I believe the brand, lions not sheep. I bet on that brand. I bet on the CEO, Sean Whalen, and his values, and the ones that I share with him, that this company is going to go from a multi-million dollar company to a multi-billion dollar company. They're not going to be an apparel company. They're going to be a lifestyle company. And as that grows, I believe the value of these NFTs, this first run of NFTs, is going to grow with it. So I'm betting on the man, I'm betting on the community, I'm betting on the company. So just value appreciation, that was my first draw. The second draw was the exclusivity, the opportunity to engage in these events, these global events that will be happening here on American soil that I get to go and support. If just those two things were the value proposition, I would be in. The fact that we get this referral opportunity, that they're going to share the profits with people that support them and help get other people that have never had any access or never maybe in intention of getting in the digital space into that space so that we can have that voice that we're talking about. It's a full circle kind of thing for me. That's awesome. You incentivize people to bring other people to a space that you want to have a voice in, so that when it comes all the way around, your voice gets larger and those values that you hold very dear get perpetuated into this new space. So I
sounds kind of like a vertically stacked company in a lot of ways. It's getting there.
Now it's a way to monetize the network effect, is the way I see it. And
yes,
the idea is the mechanism I see is where everybody, the support comes in and it flows through the entire membership group in there. So it's not like, okay, I'm using the new money to come in to pay off the previous one, the typical Ponzi scheme. This is more of a way to support the entire organization without relying on it as income. No, their mission is America first. And this is a way to really get engaged, both in terms of value and actions.
Awesome.
Well, I think they've got a great mantra for anyone, America first or whatever, is you're either going to be led in your life or you're going to lead. And we all need to be leading our lives, and whatever our values are, we need to be leading in those values. So I like the message of you're either going to lead or you're going to be led. And I like the idea of very action oriented. So I think that's part of the reason why this project keeps getting me excited. I still do a lot of education, even in our private coaching group. And these are people that are already in the project. So I'm continuing to educate them beyond. They can't offer me any additional reflections or referrals. I'm doing it because I believe that everyone should have a footprint in this NFT space. Everyone needs to realize this is not just pixelated pictures that you hang on the wall and say, hey, I own that. It's a space where it's got huge utility. And you will one day, I believe this very clearly, you one day will smart contract your home into an NFT, and you will literally exchange that with someone on your terms with no middle individuals involved. The smart contract will handle that. Yeah.
Nice.
What's that?
Nice.
You're literally putting the deed, you're NFTing the deed of your home.
Yep.
Now you have full control of that asset.
I thought this was an interesting comment from Don. It says the problem is the initial pyramid scheme reaction. The world has trained us to run from those, and I 100% agree with that. My question, I guess, would be, how do we change that narrative? Like, how do we explain the difference between the pyramid schemes, like the Mary Kays and Tupperwares of the world?
Well, that's what we touched on that, in that the initial transaction was education on Jay's part. Yeah. In return for just a thank you. If you want to say thank you, because you're not paying me, I'm giving you this for free on our Discord, which is free, just like MetaFi's, right? Like, if you want to say thank you because I've invested a lot of time and effort into you, then just use my referral code, right? So that right there is a legit transaction. It's just it does kind of look like a pyramid scheme, but Jay's explanation has really helped. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's just people continuing saying thank you, right?
And they could have purchased this NFT. The thing is, they could have purchased this NFT without putting my referral code in. They literally could have bought it. And so what I was really concerned with was them getting into the space, because I also, in my mind, if this thing, the more we sell, the better we do, the more excitement around the project, the bigger the voice gets. So my driver was always, the bigger the voice that we can make, the better. If people use that referral code, great. They did. That's because we have a lot of shared values. I want to pay people back who helped me. So they did that. They could have put another code in. They could have put their friend's code in. They could have done whatever they want to do, but they chose to do that. And that set in motion an opportunity for me to be paid back for my time and what I shared with them in education. I love that idea. I would have done it for free.
Great point.
And if people, yeah, so that's where I think it departs. And also I think with the quote unquote pyramid schemes, there's always identifiable takers and givers. Yeah. And the only way that you can get access to be a taker is if you pay the due to the previous taker. And that's not what this was. This was,
great point.
I want to help you get in here. And if you want to give me a little bump back, then so be it. And that has, people really responded to that.
And this mechanism exists in club memberships, or
right.
It already exists. It's just a way to do it on the blockchain.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming and explaining this, and clearing up some FUD and some misnomers. This is great.
And this is not the last time we'll see you, Jay.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say real quick, what you guys are doing, you're doing the exact same thing. You're educating, you're bringing people into the space. You're doing a ton of research for them on their behalf. So anyways, wonderful. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you, Dr. J, for coming on. This was an amazing conversation, and I can't wait to have you back on. I know that we will. And this has been a great show. The shows here, we just started 2 weeks ago. They just keep getting better and better. So we certainly appreciate you bringing the extra flair that we needed today, and educating our folks on NFTs, because this is so new, so brand new, and everybody watching for the most part literally had no idea what they're doing when it comes to NFTs. So I certainly appreciate you bringing it to the forefront for us this morning.
Right on. Thank you, guys. Smash that like button.
Where else can they find you besides your website over there at Lines Not Cheap? Or
best place, Instagram, Dr. J. A. Campbell. Camp and Bell put together. Dr. J. A. Campbell. You can reach me
and
there.
on our Metafy Discord. Yeah, our Metafy Discord.
Metafy.
He's hanging out in there as well. He's Dr. J in our Metafy Discord.
Perfect.
Yep, come find me. Right.
Awesome. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We certainly appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time to go over this. Not over this, but to just do it all over again. And we really appreciate it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that thumbs up on your way out the door. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great Thursday.